What's up, Taiwan? I'm Erika Liu with news from here in Taiwan and around the world. A civil defense school is teaching people how to fight Chinese disinformation ahead of Taiwan's presidential election. Yu Jinghua has this report.
Combating Chinese disinformation ahead of a crucial election. There are just weeks left until Taiwan chooses its next president. And China, which claims Taiwan and threatens to invade, is trying to affect the outcome, using tactics like disinformation. Civil defense group Kuma Academy held this public workshop to inform voters of what they should look out for. The organization has held hundreds of lessons like this one over the past year, ranging from educating people on countering China's cognitive warfare against Taiwan to providing basic knowledge on what to do if a war breaks out. The academy normally charges for its classes, but held this outdoor event in the central city of Taichung for free to spread awareness of Chinese efforts to the public.
General citizens, they need not only media literacy, they need some sort of ability to do, let's say, open source intelligence. They could trace, who are the cyber army. They could check maybe what's the source code, for certain websites. To understand the real strategy from China would be something that we need to learn.
Kuma Academy founder Puma Shen says China only needs to change the minds of 3% of voters based on the 40 million who voted in the 2020 election. That's about 400,000 people. Beijing's trying to get them to vote for a more China-friendly candidate.
With less than a month until Taiwan's presidential election, many voters are concerned about Chinese interference. This crowd is full of people of all ages, braving the cold weekend weather.
要防止假消息散布，因为大家现在都很相信那种片面的那种很耸动的标题，就觉得这个认知作战真的非常非常的重要。
以前是匪谍在你旁边，现在不是匪谍在你旁边，是那个网络在你旁边。
我大概从2018，应该是2018那次选举之后，才意识到其实台湾已经被影响蛮严重，所以从那之后，每一次选举都非常担心。
Some attendees at the event say they've already felt the effects of Chinese manipulation, both online and off.
现在太多影片都是中国做的影片啊，很多人都会丢啊。
像地方的公庙啦，有一些组织都是他们参加那个志工活动或者什么的，就是带头的那几个，他会利用一些资源，比如说请他们去。
Many people here say they don't want to be ruled by China and are apprehensive about a more Beijing-friendly candidate taking office. This shows that China will play a pivotal role in the election outcome. But the Academy hopes its training means people vote based on candidate policy, not on disinformation. Client Wang and Yu Jinghua in Taichung for TaiwanPlus.
New data shows a spike in depression rates among students in Taiwan since the start of the COVID-19 pandemic. A survey of over 1,600 post-secondary students found depression in the group has risen by 9%, citing time management, academic pressure, and worries about the future as the biggest sources of stress. It comes as Taiwan's government tries to improve young people's mental health with subsidized counseling sessions. Experts say mental health problems are treatable.
学生的忧郁的比例大概高了大概9% 左右，他真的有一个忧郁倾向啊，透过心理师的力量是可以做介入与改变的。
A famous landmark has collapsed into the ocean in northern Taiwan. Our reporter Reese Ayers went to the coast to check out other at-risk rock formations.
Standing proud on Taiwan's northeastern coast, the regal Queen's Head Rock, named for its resemblance to the UK's late Queen Elizabeth II. Located inside Yelio Geopark, she's a popular tourist attraction. All eyes are now on her shrinking neck, however, after part of the neighbouring Elephant Trunk Rock collapsed into the sea over the weekend. The result of the collapse was discovered by an on-duty security guard.
我仔细一看，他的头跟鼻子都不见了。
4 years ago, geologists predicted that the natural stone arch would stand for at least another millennium, though Mother Nature clearly had other ideas.
可能就是因为海浪的拍打， 那个时候风非常的大。
Despite the missing trunk, tourists have still come to catch a glimpse of what's left of the arch.
觉得就看不到这个自然的风景了，可是这就是自然的现象，所以还是接受它。
But staff on site have been instructed to keep tourists away from the crumbling structure.
象鼻岩因为崩塌的关系，所以说现在游客暂时禁止进入，怕有危险的关系。
Further south, at the Queen's Head Rock, tourists gather to take what could be their final photos of this striking stone.
还蛮惊讶的，但是是预估内的事情，所以这时间到还是都会断，所以想说来记录一下。
Experts are worried the Queen's Head could be the next famous formation to collapse. As of now, her neck measures 118 centimeters around, a full meter thinner than it was 50 years ago. Geologists say the Queen could lose her head within 5 years. Typhoons and earthquakes strike Taiwan's northeast multiple times per year. It's impossible to know exactly when, but this Queen's Head will roll. Scott Huang and Reese Ayres for TaiwanPlus.
The concept is simple. Two wrestlers step onto the mat and fight until one gives up. Our reporter Bryn Thomas checks out Tap Out Island, Taiwan's first submission-only grappling league.
Remember being 7 years old, and your older brother would put you in a headlock while shouting, "Say uncle, say uncle." It's like that, only people volunteer for it. Fighters gathered in Taipei this weekend for a new martial arts event they hope will bring more attention to their sport.
以前比较少这样的机会啦，就以前的比赛规则比较多，大家很多观众可能看不太懂。那相对来说，这比赛规则就很简单，你没有其他很多奇怪的分数，就是结束对手，让对手 tap 投降就赢了。
Basically, you win by submission. To do that, you have to put your opponent in a position where they're forced to give up or else be seriously injured. This is called a submission or a sub and is achieved by a choke to the neck, a joint lock to the arms or legs, or a torsion attack on the legs or ankles. It allows for techniques that are considered too dangerous and even a little unsporting in other events. The first event of Taiwan's first ever submission-only grappling league. Although the event is small, some big boys are here to test their mettle. It's called Tap Out Island, and although it looks and in fact can be dangerous, the fighters here have weighed up the risks.
There's always a chance of injury, but we have rules in place. If I tap, he stops, no slams. So the odds of actual injury are quite low, but it's always part of it.
This format strips away the judges, the puzzling rule sets, and the complexity that are a feature of many traditional martial arts competitions in Taiwan. Event organizers say it's easier to understand and is breathing a bit of life into a martial arts scene that's become too focused on small details.
Feel like no-gi sub only is more combat based, and that's where I came from. And so I want to bring this scene, which is relatively unknown here in Taiwan, because even some of the coaches and the referees here be like, wait, you mean there's no point and no advantages? I want to make Jiu-Jitsu more of a spectator sport. So I'm trying to promote the scene here to make Jiu-Jitsu more entertaining for everybody.
And while many in the small audience are here for a bit of action, the competitors will tell you it's more about the community.
It's like all our sports families here. We have so many people from different academy, but we are all family. Yeah, Jiu-Jitsu family.
Taiwan's Jiu-Jitsu and grappling community threw their backs into this event, and it passed without injury or incident. And whether participants won or lost their individual bout, the big winner on the day was the sport itself and its growing prospects in Taiwan. Devin Tsai and Bryn Thomas for TaiwanPlus.
Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. You can visit the TaiwanPlus website or follow our social media for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Finally, we bring you this footage of Santa Claus making a special visit to an aquarium in South Africa to feed some of the animals. I'm Erika Liu. Take care and see you next time.